mesdames et messieurs, and all those within the sound of my voice, I bring greetings. As the town crier of the Stormont, Dundas and Glengarry Historical Society, I have been commissioned on this auspicious occasion to call this distinguished assembly together to celebrate the Diamond Jubilee of the Queen of Canada. Let us remember, as we gather here in this place of Cornwall Collegiate and Vocational School, that excellent education has been the landmark of this school since 1806. Therefore, let it be known to all here present, there is no better place in the city of Cornwall than in these historic halls to witness the pledging of our fidelity to Her Majesty the Queen. Cried aloud this 18th day of May in this year of our Lord, 2012. May God and all the saints bless this distinguished assembly, and God save the Queen. And now please give your attention to the Master of Ceremonies for this afternoon's celebration, Mike Chatelain.
Welcome. Canada has always been a monarchy. The lands that now comprise modern-day Canada have long been reigned over by hereditary leaders. Many Aboriginal groups were headed by a chieftain who was advised by a council of elders, not unlike the series of French and British monarchs in whose names the original colonies of North America were founded. Although not all Aboriginal communities were governed this way, the concept of monarchy has never really been foreign to the inhabitants of Canada. The French and British colonization of the New World introduced the European system of constitutional monarchy. After France ceded its American territories to Britain in the 18th century, the British Crown continued its reign over North America until Confederation in 1867, at which time Canada was a monarchy in its own right. Several times throughout history, Canadians have reaffirmed commitment to their monarchy. The patriation of Canada, of the Canadian Constitution, via the Constitution Act of 1982, permanently entrenched monarchy into Canada's political framework. And the 2010s saw a surging of popularity of monarchy, with the Queen's Diamond Jubilee, and the excitement of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge's wedding, and their first royal tour of Canada. For only the second time in our history, we're going to honor the 60-year reign of our sovereign. The Queen has dedicated her entire life to the service of others, and has always held this country and all Canadians in the deepest of pride and affection. From the opening of the St. Lawrence Seaway to Expo 67, from the 1976 Montreal Summer Olympics to the bicentennial of New Brunswick and Ontario, from the 125th anniversary of Confederation to the 100th anniversary of the Royal Canadian Navy, the Queen has been with us in celebration of who we are and what we are as a proud and confident people. In celebrating Her Majesty the Queen and the institution of the Canadian Crown in this Diamond Jubilee year, we also celebrate her ideals and dedication to service as an example to us all. By doing so, we're not only saluting Her Majesty, but also the values of what it means to be a model citizen of our great country. As we mark 60 years of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, let us also mark our collective pride in this magnificent nation.
This is such a momentous event. When you think of it, the monarchy has ruled us for 60 years. It's quite a feat. And when you think of this great country of Canada and the great opportunities that we have here, we're so fortunate. I want to thank, like I said, the Monarchist League. I think they were involved with this, CCBS, and all the staff and students, because, you know, our monarchy is a very, very special institution. And we in Parliament recognize that and honor that. And it's so nice to see the youth today recognizing and honoring.
The education system here speaks in our proud history of what we were allowed to do under this, the British parliamentary system and the monarchy that stands for, the principles of Canada. And you look at the British Empire, which we're part of, and some of the major accomplishments, not only in our own country, but throughout the world. Some of the huge impacts we've had, whether it be on the world wars that we participated in, or some of the huge medical discoveries, scientific discoveries. Those came about because of the freedoms and the opportunities that we've had under this system that many countries, or I shouldn't say many, most countries in the world would quickly trade for our system. And it's very nice to see that we uphold this history, and I think it's a proud history that we should continue.
This school has always had a proud history of recognizing the Queen and the monarchy, and the students themselves have always had such a great comradeship. We've had many celebrations in the school, reunions, and I know Mrs. Babka, who is instrumental in getting most things done here. I think we owe her a round of applause for putting this together. She does a wonderful job. CCVS, when I was a boy here, when I first came here, I think we used to sing God Save the Queen all the time, and we stopped doing that, and then it's too bad. But maybe we can start implementing that again.
We've celebrated the success of this school in many, many ways in the past, but certainly this is a different one today, and we're very pleased to have members of the community here to see our great school. I want to congratulate our MC and the other two students who made the presentation to council on Monday. It was very good.
So it is quite a pleasure to be here, and I have been practicing. I started with 3 fingers on the pinky, and I got it down to 1.5. So I'm ready for tea. So congratulations to Judy and those organizers who've arranged this. I love the historical display that I guess has been done by Isabel and Sue, and Don was providing a little help as well. So
when I was 16 years old, I was at the Bob Turner Field when the Queen came here. And I was with my grandparents. They were presented to the Queen, along with my cousins, Mike Benedict, Senior, lacrosse player, my other cousin, Diane Oakes, Swamp, and with a number of people. And I was seeing the Queen, Prince Philip, here opening up the Seaway. It brings back a lot of memories because it was quite a surprise a few weeks ago that I was presented with the Queen Jubilee Medal, Diamond Jubilee Medal. It came as a surprise and a shock. I was received with this medal, which is great. It's a great honor. But what really is a greater honor is seeing my students that come through Akwesasne Mohawk Board of Education, who have come to school here, who have come to school at St. Lawrence High School, GV, who are now in universities. They're coming back and saying, Peter, well done. So hopefully, along with us, we get a clear understanding, a clear respect for one another, and a recognition that we all must live in harmony.
The sovereign is a big part of our Legion. We still use it at our closing ceremony. We still sing God Save the Queen. And most of our veterans from 1st, 2nd, and Korean War served under the Union Jack, as the Canada flag didn't come into effect. So it's an honor for us to be here. My comrades and myself think that this school has done a lot for our veterans and to keep the memory alive that we tend to forget. As we get older and things don't happen anymore, we say, well, that's in the past. We don't have to remember. But Comrade Larry sitting over there who served in the Second World War, I'm sure Larry still remembers, and I'm glad to see that the youth still honor and remember our past.
To thank everyone for allowing me to listen to the passion and to the advice and to the thoughts of the people who have been speaking, and to thank all the students who have done a wonderful job for creating such a great opportunity to remember the Queen and what she has meant for us, and also to remember our community in relationship to that, and to think about the continuity between the past and the present.
Well, as we all know, we are here to celebrate Queen Victoria's 60th year on the throne. When the young princess was called to duty, many things were happening around the world at that time. Vincent Massey was sworn in as Governor General of Canada. The book Anne Frank, Diary of a Young Girl, was published. The first open heart surgery was performed at the University of Minnesota. The first surgical separation of Siamese twins was done at Mount Sinai Hospital in Cleveland, Ohio. The Today Show made its premiere. Yul Brynner's movie, The King and I, wins big at the Oscars. Mr. Potato Head was the first toy to be advertised on TV. Women of Greece were given the right to vote. The Yankees tied their own record